welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the semifinals of the WardiTV Mondays number 7. Oh boy, it's been an intense tournament already. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, but now we have our top 4. We have our top 4 players. We have Shin and Clem waiting in the upper semifinals, but here we are in the lower semis. Here we are in our PvP, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Amphion, we have the Danish Protoss player, the blue Protoss, representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming. It is herO. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time, because predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck. Best of luck in the chat. This is a rematch. Last week, MaxPax and herO also played in the semifinals of WardiTV Monday number 6, and it did go the way of MaxPax in the end. Also, I felt like I got deja vu because we saw the vetoes for this week's tournament, and Amphion is game 1, Site Delta is game 2. Very similar to last week. Very similar vetoes, very similar map order, and once again, gate expand set up here on Amphion. Once again, we are kind of leading our way. We're kind of heading towards Phoenix Wars. We'll see if we get there. We have double gas out of herO, single gas guys are out of MaxPax. So MaxPax, with the single gas, he goes for a much faster expansion. He does not get pylon blocked. Very cheeky move out of MaxPax. He will have the better economy. herO, he was a little bit too late to wall off, and now the pressure is on herO to try to punish this or try to play from behind. So already a cheeky move here out of MaxPax, going for a much later gas geyser. This means MaxPax will have much later tech as well, but a faster expansion. And we'll see how herO does approach this. Again, it's going to be an intense PvP. I'm hoping for another ace match once again. I mean, coming into this series, MaxPax is the favorite player. Ooh, but a pylon has been placed. We can set up a shield battery as well and try to apply pressure. There we go. The first Zelt's moving out. Adept as well. herO, he wants to try to punish this with the initial gateway units. He's pushing in. Where's that shield battery? Pylon is done. Shield battery has been placed. One so far. Oh, the second one is denied. herO barely gets a second, but the probe gets trapped and the probe goes down. Massive pick off. Only 2 shield batteries. If the probe survived, he could have thrown down more. Could have thrown down a third or fourth shield battery as well, but now there's only 2. Only 2 shield batteries. Zella taking a lot of hits. The Adept is out. Likewise, here's Adept has also arrived. Zoning MaxPax away from the shield batteries. But when he does get the kill, one Adept goes down. Good start for herO. Here's a good start. Does dive in. Cancels the shield battery, busts into the main. He's going for the count for the backup shield battery of MaxPax. Shading into the main base, threatening the mineral line. Trying to wreak some havoc. Behind this, herO going Stargate, opening up Phoenix. Phoenix is on the way, 2 probe kills so far. Meanwhile, shield battery goes down, but there's a second shield battery. MaxPax also embracing Phoenixes. We're trying to get into the Phoenix Wars. But 2 more Adepts have arrived, and 2 Adepts, they can one-shot probes. They can one-shot. They can, and they will. As long as we target fire. There we go. And probes are going down. herO taking an economic lead. We'll lose 1 Adept. It's 5 probe kills. Can we get 6? Can we get 7? Nah, not quite. Just 6. 6 probe kills. Meanwhile, the Zealot does take down the second shield battery. Now going for the Stargate. Bold move here by herO, but he shouldn't get it. herO's going to be cleaned up. And now we have to take stock. Now we have to take a moment here to have a look at the game state. As herO, he's up on workers, but he's down on the Nexus, on the bases. So at MaxPax, he can replenish. He can make 2 probes at a time. He can recover. Meanwhile, what about the Phoenixes? 3 versus 3. The Phoenix Wars, they have begun. herO, he's going to try and deviate. Bold move. herO, instead of throwing down a second Stargate and Mass Phoenix, he's going for Blink. He's going for Blink Stalkers. Bold move by herO. This tells me that MaxPax has a Phoenix lead. Dives into the natural. herO attempts to respond, saves the Stalker. But again, remember, MaxPax sees up a Phoenix. Ooh, and he can fully back herO. He gets 1. Oh no. He gets a Phoenix. Another comes in to reinforce. herO trading 1 for 1. Okay, so far so good. herO, he's holding. He's surviving. And there is going to be a window, of course, where MaxPax has the Phoenix lead. But herO is trying to survive long enough to get into Blink Stalkers. There we go. Second Stargate is on the way. MaxPax, he's committing to Mass Phoenix, making 2 at a time. And it is very difficult to try to break this kind of Phoenix war and try to head into Blink Stalkers. You are so vulnerable. MaxPax will take that Phoenix lead, and if he makes use of it, if he pushes in before Blink Stalkers really kick in, then I mean, that could just be game. That can be game then and there. So herO is vulnerable. He's stuck at home. And I worry for him because MaxPax, he's up to how many? He's up to 6 Phoenixes. And instead of being passive, MaxPax is already moving out. He's already moving out. herO, he's building up his Stalker count. Phoenixes are revealed. Meanwhile, so are the Stalkers. Now MaxPax knows. Now he knows what's going on. Robo. Immediately, Robo gets placed. He needs Immortals. Phoenix Immortal is necessary for MaxPax. So very quick reaction. Forcing a recall. herO, he gets out. Building up more Stalkers. And the question becomes, can herO kill MaxPax before the first Immortal arrives? Before the Immortal count gets any higher. As herO, he's broken out. MaxPax moving in, going for the mineral line, probes are falling, and hero's all in. herO, he's completely all in. How many Phoenixes? 9. 9 Phoenixes for MaxPax. Back at home, shield batteries are being placed. There's what? 2 shield batteries and a pylon. Phoenix gets caught out. Nice catch. There's the overcharge. And MaxPax may just have too much. He takes out all the Phoenixes. He can lift up all the Stalkers as well. Even without Immortals, it might just be too many Phoenixes. It's going to be close. More Stalkers have arrived. MaxPax, he is holding on, and here comes their first Immortal. Does pop out. And here, he needs to keep going, but he's running out of steam. Yeah, he's already running out of steam. The Immortal has made it. And MaxPax, he cleaned this up. He just completely shuts down this army. herO, he cannot engage. And herO, he's going to lose every single unit, every single Stalker. There's no getting out of this. Again, it was a really bold move to try to go into a Blink Stalker all-in like this. Had potential, but again, it got scattered. MaxPax was able to confirm. He's up all the Stalkers. I mean, his Phoenixes are running out of energy, true. Is running out of energy. But he's still just been trading so efficiently. And he's making more Phoenixes. Now, there's a lot of Stalkers, though. He wants the Immortal. He wants it. He gets it. Immortal goes down. Does MaxPax have enough lifts? I think he barely does. Yeah, he barely does. Down to 1 Stalker, down to 0 Stalkers. Now, MaxPax, I don't think he can lift anything else, but yeah, GG gets called. He's came for the production, and MaxPax takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax will take a lead. Again, herO trying to be cheeky here in game number 2, but he got scattered early enough. MaxPax, he was, because of his aggression, because of his Stalker, because of his Phoenix movement, he was able to get eyes on all the Stalkers. He realized what was going on, threw down the Robo, started Immortal production, and did buy enough time and survive long enough for the Immortal to pop out. On top of that, even without the first Immortal, he was defending very nicely. GG. GG, well played. With that, MaxPax takes the lead, and can we have an ace match, or does it all end here and now on Side Delta? Side Delta is a very similar map. Once again, Phoenix Wars are very commonplace, similar to what we just saw on Amphion. We'll see if we embrace it, or if we go for an all-in. Here we go. Here we go. As you can hear the beeps in the chat, and we're getting into game number 2. Well, chat now, hello! El Torino. Ah, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. Welcome. We go. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of side Delta, we have our Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Sidestorm Gaming, leading the series 1-0. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming. Down in the series, he has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. It is herO. We go. And just like the previous map, gate expands. Gate expands are commonplace. The reason why we see this on Amphion and Side Delta is because of the ramp. There are only 3 maps to the map pool that have a ramp coming into the natural, and specifically in PvP, it means that it is legal to go for the gate expand. It is legal to go for these economic openers. Now, because we enter this kind of gate expand setup, it is on both players to delay the expansion with pylon blocks, because that is very commonplace. You have to open up double gas into a Stargate. Once again, MaxPax, he skips that second gas geyser. He's looking to try and take that natural a little bit faster, just like the last game. We'll see if he can. So herO is set up for a faster Stargate, and MaxPax is set up for a faster Nexus. And herO, he dips in, he pulls back, and this time he should be able to pylon block. Yeah, MaxPax forced to take the gas. Cybercore is on the way. And herO, this time, he does not let that natural base out of his sight. Oh, coming back down. Now, because of this, both players have to make zealots, both players have to spend their money, and because they cannot expand because of the opposing probe and the opposing pylon block, they both have to throw down Stargates, and if both players do that, then you have to make Phoenixes, right? If one player makes an Oracle, the other makes Phoenix, and the Oracle dies, and that's the end of the game. So that's how Phoenix Wars are forced. herO does get the Nexus, though. Okay. Nexus gets placed, MaxPax out of position, doesn't pylon block. MaxPax going Stargate first, and now MaxPax is his turn to throw down the pylon and try to set up. herO, he fully walls off. He wants none of that. So Stargate versus Stargate. herO will have the slightly better economy with the faster expansion, but both players should be beginning up, or should be starting those Phoenixes. Now, we saw last game that herO, he tried to deviate away from Phoenix Wars, and he tried to go into a blink all-in. It's really difficult to pull that off, just because your opponent is going to be in your face, is going to be scouting, is going to be checking, and it's hard to get one over on MaxPax going for that. So I'm curious if herO embraces Phoenix Wars this time, as Phoenixes are initially on the way. But what I'm curious about is herO going to throw down a second Stargate or not. MaxPax, he is more than willing to. herO, less so. So Phoenix Wars have begun. MaxPax does confirm, going for the pylon. There's no unit to really stop the Stalker, so free damage. There's going to be some free damage on the pylon, but now with a second Phoenix, herO, he should be able to defend. But meanwhile, Phoenix is moving out. herO in a rough position. Shield battery is done. Stalker gets lifted. But here come the Phoenixes, and herO with the defensive advantage. He will chase this down. At the same time, pylon falls. That's a massive pickoff. Stargate is depowered. And with that, MaxPax will take a Phoenix lead, but he did lose one Phoenix. One Phoenix did go down, so there's a bit of a give and take. Second Stargate's on the way. But again, herO, his Stargate production, his Phoenix production is delayed. Who does this favor? Who does this favor? It's looking pretty close. As Stargate is repowered. Back into more Phoenixes. Faster fleet beacon for herO. Now what does this mean? This is for Phoenix range. That will mean that herO gets the first volley off. And can potentially kite as well. So it has a little bit more micro potential and more initiative as well. You know, MaxPax taking extra gases. Building on more Phoenixes. And looking at the unit counts, we are even. Yeah, we're even in Phoenixes. So it looks like MaxPax losing one Phoenix, but also depowering the Stargate, that kind of like equalized. Again, the big difference for the time being is Phoenix range. Annual Pulse Crystals is now on the way. You can see that this does, or it did delay some of the Phoenix production for a moment there. herO getting back in. Now, Phoenix range is a nice upgrade to have. It isn't like the end-all be-all. It doesn't like instantly mean that you're going to win the fight. Depending on the engagement, it can still go the way of MaxPax. And we have 10 Phoenixes. MaxPax does have a 1 Phoenix lead. Does stack. Does shoot first. That's a rough start. Oh god. And with that, here he has to get the hell out of here. He has to pull away. He lost 1 Phoenix. And it's little moments like that that can just win you the game. Yeah, and MaxPax, he will just engage. He will clean up every single Phoenix. MaxPax, he chases this down. As I say that, reinforcements are on the way. Bearing in mind the Phoenix range does kick in. So here he does manage to get a couple of extra shots off. Chasing down MaxPax. Oh! Trading 1 for 1, 2 for 2. The last MaxPax, he has a third. herO, his third base is denied by the pylons. No! Again, this is brutal here. In this matchup, you have no ground armies, so the pylons, they deny the expansions. There is no nexus for herO. He's trying to expand, but there's pylons everywhere. He can't expand. Has to take a very awkward third base. Very out in the open. Again, in Phoenix Wars, you don't have the resources to actually create a ground unit, which is why these scattered pylons can be so good for scouting. Again, Phoenixes that don't shoot down, so they can't kill the buildings. Yeah, we have to invest into a Zealot. herO trying to catch out some stray units. Phoenix range finishing off at MaxPax. Looking at the armies, MaxPax, he is down 1 Phoenix, but now we're even on upgrades. Third Stargate's on the way. herO double expanding. Oh, I mean, he has to. Double expanding to catch up, taking extra gases. And again, herO, he's very spread out. And MaxPax can abuse that. You can see MaxPax, he's scouting. He's trying to get a read of what's going on. There we go. He does get eyes on the third. Mothership's on the way. Now, this is kind of the next big power spike in Phoenix Wars, is the Mothership. What I'm referring to, and why you want to go Mothership as quickly as possible, Cloak. There is no detection. There is 0 detection, so Cloak is a massive, it has a massive impact on the fight. Once herO realizes what's going on, he needs an Oracle. He needs to chrono out an Oracle as quickly as possible. Otherwise, he's going to be bullied back, as the Mothership is almost done. So the time it takes for herO to focus on the Mothership, I mean, that's like 3-4 volleys. MaxPax does out trade. Trading 1 for 1. Pushing in. Leading out more Phoenixes. herO does have the Phoenix lead. Remember, herO, he's making 3 Phoenixes at a time. Or he was a little bit faster. Mothership has arrived. There's the Cloak. 2 free Phoenixes. herO has to back up. Cloak still activated. Getting another Phoenix. I had another. Oh my god. Yeah, herO getting bullied back. The advantage he once had, not quite there. Cloak is still how long does Cloak last? Oh my god, it's crazy. Alright, speak of that, herO. herO trading a little bit better, forcing out the slow zone. Oracle is out. Now herO can Revelate. He has Revelation. herO making 4 Phoenixes at a time with the extra gases. I mean, these extra bases and extra gases, they're paying off big time here for herO. Mothership tanking some shots. And herO, he looks like he will be able to overwhelm. I say that, Cloak gets activated once again. But there's a Revelation. herO, he revelates, he takes down another Phoenix, and herO looks like he has enough. He breaks through the mothership, and he can camp the production. Just really careful control here out of herO, getting on top of the Stargate. And again, a big reason for this, the double expand. The double expand from herO was not punished. I was concerned that he was spread too thin, but MaxPax never did move out, never harassed the mineral lines. And herO, he snowballed from there with the extra gas income, with the extra Stargates. MaxPax forced to recall, bleeding out another Phoenix. Again, the mothership was good, it was impactful for MaxPax, but the better economy is even greater for herO. Gets another free Phoenix. And at this point, it's a numbers game. At this point, MaxPax, he cannot engage. We have to trade mineral lines. But herO, he can camp the production. And MaxPax, he can just never engage. He can never fight the main army of herO. And also, because herO's bases are spread out, like, it's a little bit harder for MaxPax to actually punish. MaxPax catching some stray Phoenixes, not bad. Ooh, a lot of stray Phoenixes, actually. But again, it's 22-12. 2 more Phoenixes go down. herO having some sloppy control here with his rally, but regardless, he will clean everything up. And we should be headed into the ace match. Gets every single Phoenix. At the same time, these 2 Zealots, they wreak havoc. They get 21 worker kills. That's a lot of economic damage, but it's all about the Phoenixes at the end of the day. It's all about the Phoenixes. MaxPax, he's down to 7. He's got a third of the Phoenix count of herO. Mothership's being rebuilt, but there's still an Oracle in the mix. There's still that Revelation. MaxPax once again counterattacking. And GG gets called, and herO ties up the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. Whew, GG. And the setup from MaxPax, it was kind of like a blessing in disguise for herO. Winding it back a little bit here, if you remember, the reason why herO double expanded was because of the double pylon block from MaxPax. Like, MaxPax, he delayed the third base quite heavily by all those pylons, like delaying any kind of expansion. So how did herO respond? By taking 2 bases at once, by taking 4 gases at once as well, and MaxPax was unable to punish it. He was unable to, I mean, it took him a long time to scout, remember that? He never actually scouted the northern expansion. He only scouted the southern base, so MaxPax didn't realize that herO had double expanded, so he didn't know that he had to punish it. As a result, herO snowballed out of control, getting up to 3 and then 4 Stargates faster, so he overwhelmed. He overwhelmed MaxPax. MaxPax didn't realize what was happening until it was too late. GG. GG, well played. herO ties it up, and we're going to game 3. Once again, 2 weeks in a row, we're going to the ace match. As we mentioned before, like, I would go as far as to say that MaxPax has the best PvP in the world. MaxPax is a terrifying player in PvP specifically, but that doesn't mean he has a 100% win rate. Players like Showtime, players like herO, they can threaten MaxPax, definitely take maps, and even take series. We've seen it before, we can see it again, and it can... We go the distance. I mean, we've gone the distance. We're here in the ace match, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have the Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Psystorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Red Protoss player from South Korea representing Weibo Gaming. It is herO. We go. Again, can herO make it to the finals here, or will MaxPax continue kind of his dominance? As last week, MaxPax was also in the finals, and herO calls that upset. Here we go. As MaxPax is moving out, and what I will say is that now we're entering a very interesting map. We're loading into Ghost River, of course. This is a much smaller map in the map pool. If MaxPax, I'm sure he's tempted to go gate expand, but one base all-ins are a lot more commonplace on Ghost River. Speaking of one base all-in, herO moves out. He moves out with the probe, And it looks like we're setting up for a proxy Stargate, or maybe just a fake proxy pylon. I'm curious how hard we commit. As the probe is moving out, MaxPax is scouting. MaxPax will confirm the pylon is missing. The pylon is not where it should be, because it's across the map. Now again, this is really far out of the way, so it's either a fake or a Stargate. It looks like it's going to be a fake out. So fake proxy pylon out of herO, and his goal here is to hopefully force an overreaction out of MaxPax. See if he can do it. As yeah, the probe does move out. MaxPax going for the Zealot first, fanning out his units. His Zealot, his probe, trying to get a read on what's going on. Does scout the probe. Not bad. He's least aware of where to scout, and he's looking for that proxy. Meanwhile, MaxPax is going for the Gate Cyber Stargate into expansion, so kind of the standard MaxPax opener. And how does herO respond? Shield battery in the main, moving out with the Stalkers. Looks like herO should be expanding. But we'll see. Should be expanding back at home. Pushing forward, applying some pressure, going for the shield battery. This is the Zealot even. Yeah, Zealot is going to go down. Shield battery a little bit too late. And herO, can he threaten the Stalker? Gets a couple of hits in. 2 more Stalkers on the way. herO setting up a proxy. Uh-oh. I assumed he was going to be expanding. But no, herO, he's setting up for an all-in. Additional Stalkers have arrived. 1 Stalker goes down. Oracle's running out of energy. Shield battery is done. And the Oracle does confirm, does get eyes on the pylon. And it is a 1-base all-in. How many gateways? 4. It's going to be a 4 gates, 1 base all-in out of herO. MaxPax throwing down a second shield battery, a 3rd shield battery as well. 3 shield batteries on the low ground. Again, he's scattered enough, or he needs to. Can set up a stasis in the main. As there is a shield battery. But herO, he's up to 7 Stalkers. Oh my god. That's a lot of Stalkers. Yeah, boys have to be pulled. Gateways are still on the way for herO. Again, he still needs reinforcements. Bearing in mind, 3 shield batteries are now done for MaxPax. He's got the first Void Ray. And he has the overcharge. Has to be very careful with how and when he does use it. We'll see if herO can break him. The longer this goes on, the better it is. Stasis in the main. Ooh, does not connect. Stasis is denied. Good response here by herO. But now there's 2 Void Rays. Now there is not... never mind, there's a backup pylon as well. herO taking the slow and steady. Poking in. And draining the energy from the shield batteries. Up to how many? Up to 13 Stalkers. Sentries are warping in. They can force field the ramp. They can lock down the army. Speaking of, there's a force field. Army gets locked down. But there's the overcharge. There's a prismatic alignment, I should say, from the Void Rays. Activates 2. He's holding on to 1. I love that MaxPax, he's staggering the Void Rays. But the base is getting low. The Nexus is getting very low. Still no overcharge from MaxPax. There's the second, well, there's the 3rd prismatic alignment. herO pushing in. There's the overcharge as well. On the base, on the Nexus. Oh, he can 2-shot the Stalkers, but alas, he does overextend. Yeah, 2 Stalkers, 3 Stalkers go down. Brutal losses for herO. MaxPax, he's holding. He's up to how many? He's up to what? 4 Void Rays. Yeah, it might just be too much. herO down to 12 Stalkers. I mean, the base is still getting low, though. He can get it. Oh, what a bus. One more volley, but he's pinned against the wall. Going for the Void Race instead. A brutal trade. And MaxPax, he holds. He shuts down the all-in. He saves the expansion. herO, he kind of pinned himself a little bit further into the natural. He overextended. He lost everything. Coming back in with another wave. Going for the Void Rays. Gets one, but there's still 3 left. Yeah, there's still 3 left. MaxPax, he will hold against the all-in. It was a good effort here by herO, but GG gets called, and MaxPax will take the 2-1. GG. MaxPax, he survives the 1-base all-in. Again, as time goes on, he was building up a higher and higher Void Ray count. He was able to confirm the proxy as well with the Oracle, and he responded well. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax does take the series, and will advance on to the Grand Finals. Congratulations, MaxPax will take it. It was a good effort by the herO. I was most impressed by the Phoenix Wars game, by game 2. With herO able to overwhelm, able to catch MaxPax with his pants down, with the double expand into all those gases, into the mass Phoenix production. It was very impressive. Outside of that, though, MaxPax able to get the better of herO, and GG. GG, MaxPax will make it to the Grand Finals, and now we are here to determine who faces off against MaxPax in those finals. We have a ZVT. A ZVT between Clem and Shin. Now, this is a bit of a grudge match. Shin has defeated Clem recently, actually a couple of times, but mainly with aggressive play. Mainly with all-ins. Shin has been able to catch Clem with his pants down. If Clem can get into a longer standard kind of game state, then Clem is definitely the favorite player. I mean, Clem is the best player in the world. Clem is always favored, but he has shown some weakness from time to time here to some of these other players. Nightmare forced the ace match earlier. Shin, can he also cause an upset again? Can he cause another upset? We'll see if he can. See if he can. As we are getting ready for the upper semis. As a reminder, the winner of this series advances on to face off against MaxPax in the finals. Here we go.